And this episode is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh delivers fresh, quality produce from the farm to your door in less than a week so you can savor summer flavors right from home. HelloFresh now has 30 dinner recipes to choose from each and every week, and that is the most of any meal kit. Discover seasonal summer recipes like cucumber salad stuffed pita pockets, chicken sausage stuffed peppers, Tuscan spice shrimp, and so much more. Save time, money, and stress. HelloFresh won't get in the way of a busy day. Stay on track with simple recipes and fresh, pre-portioned ingredients that cut out meal prep and trips to the grocery store. HelloFresh also offers veggie, pescatarian, and fit and wholesome meals to make it easy to stick to your goals. I know HelloFresh makes my meal prep so much easier during the week, and I think you'll enjoy it too. I've been using HelloFresh long before they were ever a sponsor of this channel. So go to HelloFresh.com and use the code MrMakeItHappen16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That's HelloFresh.com. Use the code MrMakeItHappen16 for 16 free meals and 3 gifts. What's up, guys? Welcome back. If you're a seafood lover, then you're in for a treat. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this delicious crab stuffed shrimp and dirty rice. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, guys, meet me in the kitchen. Let's make it happen. First things first, we're going to get the party started with our dirty rice. For that, we're going to need the Cajun Trinity, which is comprised of onion, bell pepper, and celery. They're going to bring a +1 to the party though, and that's going to be the jalapeno pepper just to add a little bit of spice. We also have some chive or green onion as well. We're just going to use a nice sharp knife to dice this up into bite-sized pieces. You really want to make sure that all your veggies are about the same size. That way they cook at the same rate and get nice and tender for you. I also like to use the red bell pepper instead of green because it has a nice color contrast, especially if you're using the jalapeno pepper as well. But as always, guys, use whatever you have on hand or whatever you can find at your local store. So there's our celery, our bell pepper, our jalapeno. We're going to dice up some chives as well. You could also use green onion for this. Whatever you have will get the job done. It's just mostly there for a little onion flavor and some color. Speaking of onion flavor, there's our magic onion that we diced up, and now it's time to move on to the rice. I like to cook my rice in chicken stock, but other than that, just go by package instructions. While we let that rice do its thing, it's time to warm up its skillet over medium heat, and we're gonna add some thick cut bacon to the party. I like to add some bacon to my dirty rice, but if you're against pork or you don't wanna use it, you can leave it out. We're gonna go ahead and cook that bacon down until it renders its delicious fat and flavor and gets nice and crispy for us. Next, we're going in with a ½ pound of ground beef and a ½ pound of pork sausage. Again, if you don't like pork, you can leave the pork sausage out or just use a turkey or chicken substitute. And yes, we're cooking this in the bacon fat because we're here for a good time, not a long time. Quick reminder, guys, that all the specific measurements and ingredients for this recipe can be found in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. Use the back of your rubber or wood spatula to break up the ground meat. Once that starts to get cooked through, we're going to move that around, toss it around in that bacon fat. If there's any excess fat, we can drain that, but keep in mind we're going to add some white rice to the mix, and that's going to absorb all that flavor, so don't worry about it too much unless it's super greasy. Now we're going in with those veggies. First and foremost, we're going in with the onion, then we're going in with the bell pepper, the celery, and the jalapeno. Give that a good mix, allow those veggies to get nice and tender. Dirty rice is super flavorful. We're building flavor all the way through this recipe. One of my favorite things to prepare. It's great for meal prep as well because it reheats exceptionally well. Now I'm going in with a teaspoon of low sodium better than bouillon chicken base, followed by 1 tablespoon of chunky garlic paste. You can use fresh garlic if you want to. We're also going to add in some Italian seasoning. Another reminder, guys, that all the specific measurements and ingredients are provided for you in the description box below. Going in with some smoked paprika, a little Cajun seasoning as well. Keep in mind, guys, you can use whatever seasoning you like that you have in your pantry. I'm also going with my all-purpose original and my hot just to add a little bit of spice to the mix. Dirty rice can be as spicy as you want it to be, so just make sure you taste as you go and adjust accordingly. We're gonna mix all that flavor together. As you can see, a lot of the fat from the pan has been absorbed by the veggies, and the rest of that will be absorbed by the rice. Going in with a little fresh chopped parsley. You could add chives or green onion as well, just for a little bit more color. Oh man, look at that. That is looking good, my friends. And there is our rice that we cooked in chicken broth with a little pinch of salt. You're gonna fluff it with a fork, and then we're gonna add that to the party and allow that rice to absorb all the flavor from our pan. Here we go, moment of truth. The rice is going in. We're gonna mix that together, and you have yourselves a fantastic pot of dirty rice. Great for meal prep, great for a party, great for a random Tuesday or whatever day you're hungry. I could eat this any day of the week. You can make it as spicy as you want to by adding a little cayenne or additional jalapenos, or you can dumb the spice down by leaving the jalapenos out. Either way, you're in for a treat, guys. This is a fantastic rice recipe. Now that that's done, we're gonna get started on our crab stuffed shrimp. In a mixing bowl, we're gonna add a half cup of mayonnaise, some lemon zest, and lemon juice, followed by some worst word in the world sauce, a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, or a lot, depending on how you're feeling. We're also gonna season this up with some of my all-purpose seasoning, or just use a little salt and pepper, whatever you have laying around to work. Break out the whisk and mix to combine. Make sure you taste as you go and adjust accordingly. Gonna add just a pinch of sugar to balance the acidity and some freshly chopped parsley. Give that a mix to combine, and that, my friends, is gonna be the binder for our stuffing we're gonna use for our shrimp. The only thing missing is the overpriced crab meat that we're gonna add here in just a moment. This is jumbo lump, which is exceptionally expensive right now, although the prices are starting to come down just a little bit. At least that's what I'm noticing in my area. Let me know what your prices are in the comments. We're gonna fold that together. If lump crab meat is not in the budget, you can do this with claw or special as well. Just fold that together. Don't break the lumps up too much because you're paying premium price for that. We're also gonna add some breadcrumbs to act as a binder. Make sure you add those a little bit at a time. You only need about a cup or so of those. No egg required for this recipe, so feel free to taste as much as you want to. Just make sure you save some for the shrimp. A little bit more Old Bay for the road. We're gonna fold that in, and now it's time to stuff some shrimp, my friends. We're gonna butterfly some extra large shrimp. Make sure you peel and devein them. Make sure the shrimp are extra clean, of course. We're gonna pop this crab stuffing in the fridge and let that cool off for a little bit. Let that come together a little bit more. There are the beautiful shrimp that we're working with today. I have them on a plate because they're easier to deal with. That way I don't mess up my cutting board too much. But again, make sure you peel and devein them. We're gonna leave the tail on for this presentation. It makes the butterfly process a little bit easier. As you can see, these are extra large shrimp. I'm gonna season them with my all-purpose seasoning and some Old Bay. If you don't have my all-purpose seasoning yet, you can grab that via the link in the description box below, or just use whatever your favorite all-purpose seasoning is that you have in the pantry. Just make sure you season the shrimp adequately. Seafood's pretty delicate, so you don't have to go too crazy on the salt. There we go. Season both sides because we plan to eat both sides. And almost time to stuff these bad boys. I'm getting hungry. Super easy. We're gonna take a nice sharp knife, cut down the back of the shrimp like you see right here. Don't cut all the way through it though. We're just gonna effectively butterfly it and place it down like so. That's where my finger is gonna be where the crab stuffing is gonna go. Repeat that same process for all of your shrimp. I'm using a 9x11 casserole dish here, and we're gonna place our oven on 400 degrees and get ready to stuff these shrimp with that crab filling. They cook pretty quickly, about 15 minutes or so in the oven. You wanna cook the shrimp until it's at least 145 degrees internal temperature. And right now we're basically making mini little crab cakes that we're gonna stuff the shrimp with. Lay the tail on top for a beautiful presentation. Super easy. It looks a little more difficult when you plate it than it actually is to make. And that's gonna be what's gonna impress your house guests. So trust me on this one, guys. You guys are gonna love this recipe. It's gonna present really well, and your house guests are gonna absolutely love it. And this, my friends, is what we're looking like after about 15 to 18 minutes in the oven. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. Oh man, going down with a little bit of butter because butter makes everything taste better. Why the hell not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Little bit of butter ain't never hurt nobody. We're gonna put that on top, place that back in the oven for just a couple more minutes so it can brown up nicely. And now it's time to plate this up. Brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. We got some sauce on the side, a little fresh chopped parsley for a pop of color, and the only thing left to do is get in there for a taste test. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely starving. I can't wait to get in here. Get a little piece of everything, little lemon on the side. And that, my friends, is a fork drop recipe. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give your boy a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the bell to enable notifications. And as always, thank you for your support.